Good morning, students, and welcome to Sant Michael e-learning classes. I am Saurabh Kumar Dwivedi. Today I am teaching you Science of Standard 5th, Chapter 1, the Circulatory System. Now we come to our next topic, that is blood. Blood. The main function of blood is to carry things around the body. It carries digestive food from the small intestine to the different parts of the body. It means after the complete digestion, the blood carries digestive food from a small intestine to other parts of our body. Oxygen from lungs to the different parts of the body. It means when we inhale, it means when we breathe in, the oxygen from the lungs to the other part of the body, it is also carries by the blood. And the waste materials, after the digestion, the waste materials also carried by the blood to the kidney for the filtration. And the next important function of the blood is that it carries carbon dioxide gas. It means the waste gas of our body from different parts of our body to the lungs. And another important function of the blood is that it carries the tiny fighters called white blood cells, which are the part of blood to fight germs in different parts of the body. These are the some important function of the blood. Now we come to the chambers of the heart. The whole space inside an organ. It means the whole space inside an organ. It means in our heart. This is called chamber. As we know that the heart is divided into 4 chambers, 2 upper chambers and 2 lower chambers. I have explained in first part of this chapter. So in the left side, the upper chamber is called left atrium and the lower chamber is called left ventricles. Well, in the right side of the heart, the upper part is called right atrium and lower part of the right side of heart is called right ventricles. These are the 4 chambers of heart. Now we come to our next topic, that is how blood circulates. As we know that when heart get relaxed, the blood flows into it from different parts of the body. The right side of our heart get deoxygenated blood from the whole body except the lungs. The meaning of deoxygenated blood is blood which are poor in oxygen. While the left side get oxygenated blood from the lungs. It means the oxygen reaching the blood which is reaching oxygen, it is generated in left side from the lungs. At this time, the valves between the atria and ventricles are open so that the blood can flow into the ventricles. It means the blood from the atria flows to the ventricles. As I have explained, the blood from the atria flows to the ventricles. Never blood from the ventricles come back to the atria. I have explained in the first part of this chapter. Then the heart contracts. This pushes out blood from the ventricles into the arteries. The left side pushes oxygenated blood into the heart, while the right side pushes deoxygenated blood. It means the right side of heart pushes the deoxygenated blood into the arteries that goes to the lungs. At this time, the valves between the atria and the ventricles shut to stop blood from flowing backward into the atria. It means once the blood flows to the ventricles, it never comes back to the atria, and the valves between the atria and ventricles shut to stop blood from flowing back to the atria. Now the process of circulation of blood through the body. What is the process of circulation of blood in our body? Now we are going to discuss on that. Deoxygenated blood flows from the top part of body into the superior vena cava, which carries it into the right atrium. Blood from the lower part of the body is carried into the right atrium by the inferior vena cava. In the picture you have seen the arteries in two colors. One is red color and another is in greenish color. So the artery carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs. This is in blue in color, and the veins that carry deoxygenated blood to the heart, this is also in blue in color. Well, the arteries that carry oxygenated blood to all parts of the body, this is in red color. Well, the veins carry the oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart, this is also in red in color. You will observe this thing in the figure during the video. So from the right atrium, blood flows into the right ventricles when the heart relaxes. When the heart contracts, the right ventricles pushes blood into the artery that carries blood to the lungs. It is when the heart contracts, the right ventricle pushes the blood into the artery that carries blood to the lungs. In the lungs, blood loses carbon dioxide and picks up oxygen. It means in the lungs, the filtration of gases take place, exchange of gases take place. Blood loses the carbon dioxide and picks up oxygen. Then oxygenated blood returns to the left atrium through veins from the lungs and then flows into the left ventricles when the heart relaxes. It means when the blood reaching oxygen is called oxygenated blood, returns to the left atrium through the veins, the lungs then flows into the left ventricles when the heart relaxes. It is pushed into the aorta from the left ventricles when the heart contracts. The aorta and its branches carry oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body. This is the main process, this is the main steps of the circulation of blood in our circulatory systems. Now we come to the next point, that is heartbeat. What is the meaning of heartbeat? The one complete cycle of heart contracting and relaxing is called a heartbeat. It means a complete cycle of heart contracting and relaxing is called heartbeat. The heart beats about 60 to 100 times a minute. It beats slow when we are resting and fasting. When we are doing some physical exercises, naturally, because when the body rests, we need less energy, which means that blood does not have to rush to supply oxygen. But when we are doing the physical activities, the heartbeat increases, because during that physical activity we need more energy. So the it means the blood does have to rush to get a proper supply of oxygen. So during that time the heartbeat becomes more. Now the next topic is pulse. Every time the heart beat, the arteries beat too. They expand with rush of blood pushes into them by the heart and then relax. This is called the pulse. Since the arteries through it means since the artery throb with each heartbeat, checking the pulse is a way of knowing how fast or slow the heart is beating. It means if you want to check the heartbeat with the help of your pulse, you can also check the heartbeat. It means since the arteries it means the artery throb with each heartbeat. Checking the pulse is a way to know how fast or slow the heart is beating. But we can check the pulse only at a few places since the arteries lies deep. One such place is the inside the wrist. It means by putting our hand on the wrist of anybody's, we can check their pulse. Now the next topic is about keeping the heart healthy. Keeping the heart healthy. Keeping the heart healthy is the very important. Here are some few habits that can help us, such as eat healthy food and avoid having packaged food. It means stop eating the chips, cakes or the fast food like burger, pizza. These are not good for our health. Lot of packaged food and fast food have a kind of fat that is not good for our health. Another important thing is that exercise or play regularly. Active people, it means the active people have fewer heart problems than the people who sit all around the day. It means the people who are doing the physical work, the chances of becoming heart patient is very few. But those who are not doing the physical activities, those who are not doing the exercises, the chances of heart problem is larger as compared to those who are doing the physical work. Being overweight means if the amount of fat in your body is larger, then it also lead to the problems related to your heart. So try not to be too much fat or too much weight. Many doctors believe that having gum and tooth problems can affect the heart. So keep your teeth and gums healthy. A good night's sleep is very important for a healthy heart. So you must not stay up late. It means you have to take proper sleep, 7 to 8 hours, because it is good for your heart also. Now we come to the summary of this point which I have explained now. The main thing is that we have talked about the blood. Blood is very important because it helps in the circulation of our digestive food. It carries the oxygen. It also carries the waste from the different parts of our body to the kidney for the filtration process. It also carries the carbon dioxide from the different parts of our body to the lungs. It also carries the tiny fighters that we call WBC, white blood cells, which are a part of the blood, and it fights from the joints to protect our body. Another point at how blood circulate. I have told you the blood circulation of blood is a very important function in our circulatory system, such as deoxygenated blood is brought to the right atrium by the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. When the heart is relaxed, blood flows from the right atrium to the right ventricles through the open valves between them. and oxygenated blood is carried to the left atrium by the veins from the lungs. It flows into the left ventricles through the valves between the left atrium and left ventricles when the heart is relaxed. Another point is when the heart contracts, blood is pushed into the aorta from the left ventricles and into the artery to the lungs from the right ventricles. Another thing is about the heartbeat, that one complete cycle of contraction and relaxation of heart is called heartbeat, and the throbbing of arteries with each heartbeat is called the pulse. It can be checked at the few points by bodies such as the inside of the wrist. Another important point, that is the healthy diet, regular exercise, having the right weight, cares of teeth and gums, and good sleep is important for healthy heart. These are the points on which I have talked in this video. I hope you all have understood the chapter. Thank you.